Gonna go ahead, hit record. But of course, you will not be recorded. It'll just be me, so don't worry about that. Oh, there's Tom. Hello, Tom. Happy Friday. We are just about to get started, so you're just in time. For today's class, we got a little bit of everything, obviously our core, but, switching it up. We have some cardio core movements, some strength core movements, and at the end, we'll do a little fun thing with a song that I've been doing all week. I'll get to that when we get there, but first, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with a nice and simple core circuit. So it's just 2 moves, focusing on our upper ab muscles and then our lower ab muscles. So getting both of those, and it's just going to be 2 rounds, 30 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. So I'm going to go ahead, demo what those 2 moves will be, and then we'll get right into our workout. So our first move, we have heel taps. We're going to lay on our back, legs bent, having our shins parallel to the ground, making sure you're not tucking your knees in too closely. I want you to keep them at a nice 90 degrees. That way, when you swing those hands around to try to tap your heels, you got to reach those hands even further and bring those shoulders even higher up off the ground than you would if your knees were super close to your chest. So don't keep them too close. You want them perpendicular and then parallel to the ground with those shins and the floor. That is our first move. Then our second move, you're going to keep your hands under your hips, keeping our legs as they are. We're going to extend them out, then raise them up for a leg raise, lowering them back down and then tucking those knees back into that starting position. And as always, we start with pushing our lower back into the mat, keeping it there while we extend the legs out and while we raise and lower. If at any point it begins to arch and we can't keep pressing our lower back down, then we're just going to raise those legs up a little bit higher, and we're going to keep them there rather than lowering it down even further, which will make it harder on your core. So those are our 2 moves. Again, we have 2 rounds, 30 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, and of course, I'm going to get some music playing because working out is always better with music. We are getting started with those heel taps in 3, 2, 1. Move those hands around.
Who's that sexy thing I see over there?
Really just
That's me.
reaching those hands as far as you can. Bringing your shoulders and your shoulder blades off the ground. You should start feeling with those upper ab muscles. Hit that lower with that second move in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax. There's 2 hand options, either under your hips, or if you want that challenge, you're gonna raise them over your chest. We will extend both legs out again, keeping them not too close to the chest. Let's go ahead, extend those legs out. Raise them up, and then I want you to slowly and control, bring it down. Tuck the knees back in. Extend it out. 1 second, those legs come up, and then a count of 2 or a count of 3. I want you to lower those legs nice and slow to make sure that your core is engaged. You are in control of your body. For 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, bring those knees back in. Hands over our head. We're about to swing them around back to those heel taps. And again, the knees should not be close to the chest. Perpendicular. We go in 3, 2, 1. Bring those hands around. Of course, feel pretty warm by now. We have 10 seconds. And then we're moving back to those leg raises in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, lay it down. Pick your hand options either under your hips or extend it over your chest. And as always, press that lower back before we start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send the legs out. Raise them up nice and quick. Slowly drop them down, making sure that lower back is pressed into the floor the entire time. You guys know it. I say it probably way too many times throughout class every week, but that is just how important it is. We have 10 seconds, then we get a 30-second break in 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax. We're going to sit it up and turn it over because now we come into our core section, the core movements that are going to get our heart rate up. We have, again, 2 rounds, this time 35 seconds of work. We're starting with our mountain climbers, alternating those knee tucks. And again, that arm should be nice and straight. So first, plant those palms down. Then we're going to step the feet back. We go in 3, 2, 1, tuck those knees in, mountain climbing it out. If you need to, you can always slow down those mountain climbers to some knee tucks, or if you need to take it down even further, just gently drop those knees to the ground, tuck those knees in. A lot of different levels, a lot of different options, depending on your fitness level. You got 10 seconds. Then we come into an elbow plank for some elbow plank jacks in 3, 2, 1. Let's relax. Now we place our forearms down. Again, straight line between that elbow and the shoulder. And then we jump those feet in and out. Let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Jump those feet out. And again, if you need to modify, slow it down first. That's coming into some plank taps, tapping those feet out side by side, or you got to take it down one more level, that half plank on your knees, and then tapping those knees out side to side. You have 10 seconds. You want to make sure you're pulling that belly button in. No arches in the back for 3, 2, 1, let's turn it over. Full body crunch, arms and legs extended. We swing those arms around, trying not to knock anything over. Tuck those knees in, lifting them off the ground. Let's start in 3, 2, 1. Swing those arms around. Tucking both knees in. Core wasn't feeling it before, it definitely should be now, because all these moves are hitting our entire six pack. We have 5 seconds, then 1 final round of these 3 moves. Let's go ahead and recover. Turn it over. We are back to mountain climbers. Pick your level on your knees. Slow knee tucks or regular mountain climbers. You start in 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring those knees in, or as quickly as you need to, or take it all the way down to those knees. But again, making sure those hands should stay directly over the wrist. We're keeping our back straight. We're keeping that butt down. No downward dog. Don't want to see your hips in the air. We got 10 seconds. Keep climbing it out. Quick recovery in 3, 2, 1. Let's recover. 15 seconds. Now we come down onto our forearms and then we jump those feet out. Or if you need to, tap it out. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's jump those feet out. Or if you need to, tap it out, side to side. Gotta take it down one more notch. That is okay. We're just gonna tap out the knees while we're in that half plank. We got 10 seconds. Then we get to turn it over. Full body crunch on deck. In 3, 2, 1. Let's turn it over. Our last core part, our cardio core movement. 35 seconds. Arms and legs are extended. Let's swing those arms around. In 3, 2, 1. Swing it around. Tuck both knees in. lifting those feet off the ground. So essentially you should be ending in that V-set position, balancing on your bottom. Heart rate should be up. You're feeling nice and warm. You have 10 seconds. Woo! Then we get that 30 seconds to recover. Go ahead, here it is, 30 seconds, we recover. Now we move back to those first two moves we started with. Our heel tap and that leg extension to that leg raise. But this is the difference. You're gonna do it ladder style, so 90 seconds, ladder style, going up. 1 rep of each, then 2 reps of each, then 3 reps of each, so on and so on. We start in 5, 4, legs are bent, 2, 1. 1 heel tap, 1 leg extension to that leg raise. Bring the knees back in, 2 heel taps, 2 leg extensions with those leg raises. Then 3, and so on and so on. And how high up this ladder can we climb in the next? Woo. Wow, so I'm talking to myself now. In the next minute, we got 60, well, less than 60 seconds to go. Try to just get up to that highest number. While again, still keeping that good form, so making sure that lower back does not leave the mat. Do not let it arch. If it does, again, just extend those legs up a little higher and don't let them drop so low. That's 20 seconds. Keep it going, and then we're gonna remember what number you ended on. You have 10 seconds. Can you finish out whatever level you are on? You have 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax. And again, keep a mental memory of what number we just ended on, because we're gonna come back to that, and I'll explain that when we get there. But first, we have our glute core circuit. So core with a little bit of glute work. We have a side plank. We're gonna keep those legs extended, hands down. We're gonna raise it up, and then while we're here, we're gonna lift that top leg up and down nice and slowly. Go ahead, meet me when you're ready. We're gonna bring our hips up. Top hand lays on that hip, and that top leg. We're just gonna kick it up and down. If that's a little challenging, you can always bend that bottom leg, come up onto the knee, and come into that half side plank. That is okay. We're working our obliques. You should be feeling this in those glutes. We got 5 seconds. Then we switch sides. In 3, 2, 1. Drop that hip down. Nice, quick swing around. We're gonna place that other hand down, making sure it's right underneath that shoulder. Legs are extended. Let's raise those hips. In 3, 2, 1. Bring it on up. And again, just slowly lifting that leg up and down, making sure you have your balance. So again, move as slow as you need to, quality over quantity. And if you need to modify, you're just gonna bend that bottom leg to bring the foot behind the knee. Lift the hips up, so now you're on that knee. Just raising that top leg up and down. And don't let that hip lower down as you fatigue. If you do, just remember, raise the hips back up. You got 3 seconds, keep it working. 2, 1, here we are. Our last move in this glute core circuit before we start it all over again. You're in a bridge position, legs bent, hands by our head, and we're just gonna crunch in. Trying to bring again that elbow to that knee. Then we're gonna march the knees in. Let's go ahead, raise up into that bridge. Hands by our head, we begin. Crunch in those elbows as you lift up your leg into those bridge marches. For sure, as always, we're squeezing those glutes. Keep those hips nice and level. I don't want one side to sink just because you're picking up your legs. You have 4 seconds. Keep going. 2, 1. Go ahead, slowly lower those legs back down. We sit it back up, our side plank. Last time we're doing any of these moves. Legs extended, hips up in 3, 2, 1. Start those hips up. Slowly bring that top leg up. And again, don't let that hip sink down. If it does, raise it back up. I know it wants to as you fatigue. And if that happens, that's okay. That means just take it down to that modified level. Bending your leg, coming down onto the knee as you raise that top leg. That's okay. Progress, not perfection. We all gotta start somewhere. We all gotta work our way up for 3, 2, 1. Drop that hip down. Nice quick spin of the bottom into our crisp transition. Back to that other side. Same thing. Just working on that other side. We're up in 3, 2, 1. Hips up. Balance on that bottom leg. Keep whatever arm you are on locked out. I know it might be shaking right now. That is okay. You have 20 seconds. And again, if you're feeling too fatigued, go ahead, bring it down to that half plank. That's okay. I want you to get in that glute action, but I'd rather you modify and just hold a regular side plank. You got 3 seconds. 2, 1. We're on our back. Our bridge. Hands by our head, legs are bent, feet flat. We raise our hips up, we squeeze those glutes, and then we crunch. Let's go ahead. Pick one leg up, bring those knees in. Just 30 seconds. Then we get 30 seconds to recover, and we move back into that first core circuit. This time, as you may have guessed, we're going to do a ladder climbing our way down. But first, we got to get through these next 10 seconds of these bridge crunches. In 3, 2, 1. Let's relax. 30 seconds, so don't get too comfy. Here it is. We're back to those 2 exercises, our hip tap and our leg extensions to those raises. This time, whatever number you ended on when you climbed up the ladder is where you're going to start. So if you ended with 5, we're going to do 5 reps of each, then 4, then 3, and work our way all the way down to 1. We're starting in 5 seconds. Legs are bent. 3, 2, 1. Heel tap with whatever number you ended on. And the same number of reps for those leg extensions to that leg raise. Then our next round, we take 1 rep away and we work all the way down until we get to 1. If you get to 1 before our 90 seconds are over, you're going to turn it over and hold a plank. Whatever plank you want, high plank, low plank, side plank, I will leave that up to you, but you hold it if you finish early. We got these 90 seconds, which is really just 45, because we're already halfway there, and then we just have 1 final song after this. That's it. 2-minute song, I believe. And then we get to move into our cool down before we get into our long weekend. 20 seconds. Can you get all the way down to the bottom, down to 1 rep each? And if you do, you're turning it over and you're holding that plank. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and relax. Here it is. Got 30 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead, mute this so that you guys can hear me. And here is where our last portion of class is. We have one song that we're going to be listening to. The entire time we are going to be doing Deadbugs. So legs bent just like they were for our heel taps, arms over our chest, pushing that lower back down. We alternate arm and opposite leg extensions. So we're going to be doing this the entire time. And then when it gets to the chorus, which I will let you know when that happens, hands by our head, it out. So those are our two moves. Then when it moves back to the verse and the chorus is done, back to those dead bugs. So we should be doing two. There are two verses, two choruses, just to give you a heads up. And don't worry, I will let you know when that chorus comes. But go ahead, get in position, lay on your back, legs are bent, arms up, and we are starting our dead bugs in 3, 2, 1. Let's get it started. I'm going to raise that volume up. You guys should be working on those dead bugs right now. I'm going to join you. Keep that lower back nice and flat.
All of the feelings that I've got for you. Can be
2 minutes straightforward. You got this.
Yeah, baby, don't make me spell it out for you. You keep on asking me the same questions. I'm second guessing all my intentions. So know by the way I use my tongue.
We're almost there.
You got the answers to my
and this song between the finish line. Almost to that chorus. Get ready for it. Yeah. 3, 2, and 1. Bite it out. Hands by your head. Let's go ahead, bring it back to those dead bugs. Woo! Core is up. Feeling it? Should be. That's what I'm telling you. Should be feeling it. There's that lower back track. We're halfway there already. Let's back to that chorus. Let's go ahead, bite it out. This is how we're going to end it. Biting it out. Woo! Doing that core work. Let's go. Almost. And go ahead. Woo! And relax. Woo! I hope your core is feeling, because I know mine was. Let's go ahead, stay on our back. If you need some water, though, of course, go ahead and grab it. If you need a towel up, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, let's bring both those knees in, just like we've been doing all class. We're going to extend that left arm out to our side, taking our right hand. We're going to place it on the outside of that left knee. Slowly drop both knees down to the right as we turn and look over our left shoulder. A little final twist. Again, focusing on our breathing now, nice and deep into our nose. Slowly exhaling out through our mouth. I realize I need to lower this volume probably. And then let's go ahead, pick both those knees up. And let's switch sides. Right arm out, left hand outside of that right knee. Drop them down gently to the left, and then turn and look over that right shoulder. We're gonna hold for another 3, 2, 1. Let's put both those knees back up. We're laying flat on our back. From here, we're going to drop just that left foot, and then we're going to cross the right over that left thigh, pick up that left leg, pull it towards you as we stretch out that right piriformis, feeling it in the outside of that right hip. and exhaling out, not thinking about anything else, just focusing on your body, feeling that nice light stretch in that right hip as we hold for 3, 2, and 1. We're going to release that left leg, but we're not going to drop it to the floor just yet. We're going to take that right leg, we're going to slide it all the way across that left leg so our legs are crossed, and we're going to bring in those knees and hold both ankles into this little bow tie pretzel position. Not entirely sure what it's called, but it just feels so good as we hold it. We have 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to release and gently drop that left foot down to the ground, but do not uncross that right leg yet, because we're going to use our right foot to guide that left knee down to the right. So both knees should be turned and down by the right side. Just a little internal hip rotation for that left hip. And we have 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead, kick that left leg back up. Now we can finally uncross that right leg, place it on the ground, because we're going to switch sides. So cross that left leg over. We start with that piriformis, taking that right thigh up into our hands, pulling that knee as close to you as you need to, feeling that stretch outside of that left hip. And again, stretching should always be nice and easy, never any pain. If it is, you just got to loosen your grip a little bit. That's okay. We're just going to hold it one more nice deep breath in. And then we're going to slowly exhale as we slide that left leg all the way across, knees on top, our little pretzel position. We hold both of those ankles, we pull it towards us. One more breath in. And then let's go ahead, exhale, slowly drop that right foot down to the ground. And again, we're not fully uncrossing that left leg yet, because we're going to use that left foot to guide our right knee down to the left, internally rotating that right hip. We have 3, 2, and 1. We're going to pick that right foot up, uncross that left leg. We're going to slowly drop down both knees to the right as we roll and press on up into our seated position. We're going to come into a nice oblique stretch. So hands down by our side. Let's take a nice big inhale, sweeping those arms up. And then as we exhale, we're going to bring that left arm down, lean it to the left. And if you'd like to, you can either keep your left palm on the ground, or you want a little bit more of that stretch, you're going to drop your elbow down too. Just making sure that right hip doesn't lift off the floor. You're pressing and anchoring that right hip into the ground as you feel this stretch sliding down that right side of your body. Making sure you're keeping your hand over your head and not in front of it, just to really feel that stretch. And then let's go ahead, inhale it back up. Exhale that right palm down, and then again, option either keeping that right arm extended or dropping that elbow to the ground as we lean it to the right, keeping our left arm over our head and not in front of it, while also anchoring that left hip to the floor. We have 3, 2, 1. Let's inhale, both arms back up. This time we're going to exhale that left arm behind our back as we grab onto that left elbow with our right hand, coming into our tricep stretch. You should feel it in the bottom of that arm. Again, making sure we're sitting up nice and tall. We have 3, 2, 1. Let's inhale, both arms up. And then we exhale that right hand behind the back as we switch sides, left hand now holding on to that right elbow. 1, inhale it up. Slowly exhale, both arms down. We're gonna take our right arm, bend it behind the back so our palm is facing away. We're gonna take that left hand. We're just gonna gently guide our left ear down to our left shoulder, making sure our shoulders are not shrugged up. You want them to be nice and relaxed as you feel this stretch through that right side of your neck. And then let's go ahead, turn our head so it faces that left armpit. And then let's go ahead, bring our gaze forward, release and switch positions. The left arm's behind the back, right hand is guiding our head down towards that right shoulder. And then let's go ahead and turn it down to our right armpit. And then let's go ahead, bring our gaze back forward, both those arms down by our side. We're just gonna finish with our 2 nice deep breaths. So we sweep those arms up, nice big inhale. Holding that breath for 3, 2, 1, slowly exhale those arms back down. One more time, nice and big, deep inhale through the nose. Reach those hands as high as you can. And then slowly exhale those arms down, relaxing our shoulders, releasing any negative energy, any stress or tension. And that, my friends, is all I have for today's Friday Ab Attack. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you all had a wonderful long weekend. If you're not getting out of the city or wherever you are, hopefully it is not raining like it looks like it's going to here. And hopefully I'll see you guys all next week. Well, actually, I'll be off for most of the week, but Thursday I will be teaching if you're coming to HIIT and core.
Great. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much again.
No problem. Have a good one, Eric and Alex.
Thank you very much.